I think that will be our fourth weenie roast, I believe, which is so funny because we all grew up in Los Angeles and I never went to any of the weenie roasts ever. I didn't ever got to go to them, and now I get to go to them all the time, which is quite nice. We saw Soundgarden for the first time at that weenie roast last year, and that was very, very exciting because we didn't know they were playing, and we didn't even know they were back together, and we had a great time. But it's not the same. It'd be like watching them on TV, really. You were literally seeing it and hearing it in a certain way, but it's not necessarily like being there and having it be so loud and stuff like that. But it's fun that people can check it out. And I think a lot of TV shows do that too. And like Kimmel, and we did something that Letterman did, where it was streaming online. The mystery of certain things isn't really there, and you can't even pretend to make it exist. So you might as well go full throttle and here's everything. There's always near misses with Bonnaroo. I think we'd like to, but Sasquatch is definitely up there. I don't know, they're all so different, you know? Coachella is obviously really fun, but it's kind of in our home, and it feels like a big hangout with a lot of bands. Maybe Coachella. Lollapalooza is fun too because you're right in the middle of the city, so you're playing this big festival with the actual skyline right there. Well, we do have a long way to go, but we're at a point where it's all stops and starts. We toured pretty heavily for it when it came out, almost like a year ago, I guess. Wow. From May last year to December, we toured pretty intensely. So we always have amnesia too. So we get on the bus and we're like, what is this? That's where I live? You know, we just forget everything when certain things kind of get answered. I think there's just going to have to be a little bit of both. We did that, our first record, Carnivus. We were touring with an EP that we didn't mean to be touring with. We released an EP and then we're going to make a record and release it and then see what happens. And so we found ourselves on tour. We were stunned, you know. Couldn't believe it. Still can't believe it, really. It was really weird. And all of a sudden we were making this record and touring. And then that EP tour then turned into a Carnivus tour because we were pretty much playing those songs anyway. And it's not our favorite thing to do, it was record and tour. But if you have to do it, Cry Me a River, wah, you do try to be your best at each, and sometimes if it's swinging in between the two, you don't feel as good as you can be at it. You do get shyer. I think we're better at it now, because we always used to just, you know, go sell our merch and go hang out with everybody, and we kept doing that till the last possible second where it was like, it seemed a little weird. Like, we definitely got into merge, and eventually we'd see it and like, we can't do this, because you want to meet people and you want to hang out with everybody, but it's a different balance because they know you more, you don't know them and they know you, or you. It can be a little difficult without being a jerk or I don't know. It's hard to explain because we do really like meeting people. So we'd meet them not at our shows or somewhere. We'll always go up to people and stuff, but our shows, I think it's just the amount of people. I think I've run out of the ability to remember anybody anymore. And if I'm at Trader Joe's or something like that, if somebody comes up to me, sometimes I don't know if is this somebody I know? Or is this like a fan? And I don't, you know? It's like, phew. Or the best one is if you think someone's looking at you and then you kind of go, oh, hey. And then they're like, I wasn't looking at you. And you're like, oh. I think it's not really from being semi-known. I think it's just the amount of faces that you see. It was a 7-inch that we put out on Sea Level Records, which was our friend's store in Echo Park at the time, and it has a version of Kissing Families that's really slow. And the other side was a band called Pine Martin, which was Joe's band at the time, and they played that song, and we were in our house in Silver Lake, and we had the hanger and the little thing so we can try and even hear the station, because it was one of those stations that would kind of visit you and disappear, and we heard it, and we thought, wow, that's it, that's the end of that. That was amazing. That'll never happen again.